no longer do what I was gonna do, but you're no good for me. That's why me know say me if it could flee. Me have to take away myself. Me have to take away myself. Me have to hide like a thief in the night. Me have to get out of sight. Me have to take away myself. I have to take away myself. I have to utilize thy wings. Surely I cleave where I is. I said, yeah, I find you very hard to resist. But this relationship I'm gonna desist. But how can I face you when all I wanna do is just taste you? I know you think I play me, but soon you're gonna see the light of day. Just relax, don't move an inch. I'll be gone in a pinch. May I feel take away myself. May I feel take away myself. May I feel hide like a thief in the night. May I forget out of sight. May I feel take away myself. Take away myself. I have to utilize I will. Show the eye a clean pair of heels. I say, yeah, yeah. Been there, done that, don't need it again, yeah. I'm not a masochist who won't play your game, yeah. To all you move, you off me way to the core. Sayonara, the hot girl gone through the door. Take away ourselves. Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. Say no goodbye, girl, let me take me ourselves. Take me ourselves. No goodbye, girl, let me take me ourselves.
This is your very own sports, music, and lifestyle podcast with Flavius and Franco. Welcome.
Ooh, oh baby, ooh, oh darling, you never know when you fall in love. Just so long love will last, no. You keep on hoping it all works out for the best. This morning I woke up too fast. My love was gone with no goodbye, no. I sat there wondering where I went wrong. Then I cried. Bring back the sunshine. I'm getting tired of all this rain all the time coming down. Bring back the sunshine. Bring back the days when you were mine, oh mine, surely mine. Once I found me a special girl. She made the clouds all disappear. But I took her loving for granted. Now here comes the tears. Here comes the tears. Bring back the sun. getting tired of all this rain all the time coming down. Bring back the sunshine. Bring back the days when you were mine, oh mine. Bring back the days when you were mine. Bring back the days when you were mine. You never know when you fall in love. Just so long love would last. No, you keep on hoping it all works out for the best. This morning I woke up too fast. My love was gone with no goodbyes, no. I sat there wondering where I went wrong. Did I cry? Bring back the sunshine. I'm getting tired of all this rain all the time coming down. Bring back the sunshine. Bring back the days when you were mine, oh mine. Bring back the days when you were mine. Bring back the days when you were mine. Bring back the days when you were mine, oh mine. Bring back the days when you were mine. Bring back the days when you were mine.
Jah, all I'm asking for is a brighter day. Just send it our way, oh Jah. Sealer. A brighter day. We're looking for a brighter day. A brighter day. Just send it come my way. Jah, why mankind so bitter? Turn them away from Lucifer. It's like some boy a drink devil soup for breakfast, lunch and dinner. It doesn't matter what the wicked say, the righteous will never run away. Oh, please, my car soldier, you are my guide and my protector. We're looking for a brighter day, a brighter day, a brighter day. Just send it come away. A brighter day. We're looking for a brighter day, a brighter day. Just send it come away. Two them system design a lot of youth a suffer. No succumb to the pressure, so them no go for. No stop clap it up, now them a big time killer. And the same system melt them out like butter. Come and cry papa ball, but it can't get better. Lifeless body lay down all over, so we have to turn we face out to the Father. And ask him for a brighter day, a brighter day, a brighter day. Just send it come away. A brighter day. We're looking for a brighter day, a brighter day. Just send it come away. Them dirty system of fraud, oh Lord. We see clear down a yard and broad. How them a treat poor people like dog, why poor people life so hard. Oh, what a pity. Why so much homeless in a them city? Lord, what a calamity. You know, sister, this a world and not pretty. So we asking for a brighter day, a brighter day, a brighter day. Just send it come away. A brighter day. We're looking for a brighter day, a brighter day. Just send it come away.
Greetings, kings and queen. Welcome to another Real Stuff podcast. This is yours truly, Franco. And this morning, we're going to be linking up with Flavius in a few minutes. So I want you to enjoy the music that we're playing in the background. I don't know what the weather is in your neighborhood, It's very bleaky here in Miami. So I'm looking for a brighter day. I doubt I'm gonna get it. And of always, things can get better and it will get better, especially for the virus. It's spreading in my state like a wildfire. So I'm expecting a brighter day for that as well. Gonna be linking up with Flavius in a few minutes.
So bitter, turn them away from Lucifer. It's like some boy a drink devil soup for breakfast, lunch and dinner. It doesn't matter what the wicked say, the righteous will never run away. Oh, please, my car soldier, you are my guide and my protector. We're looking for a brighter day, a brighter day, a brighter day. Just send it come away. A brighter day, we're looking for a brighter day, a brighter day. Just send it come away. Two of them system design a lot of youth a suffer. No succumb to the pressure, so them run and go far. No stop clap it up, now them a big time killer. And the same system melt them out like butter. Mama cry, papa ball, but it can't get better. Lifeless body lay down all over. So we don't turn we face down to the Father. And ask him for a brighter day, a brighter day, a brighter day. Just send it come away. A brighter day, we're looking for a brighter day, a brighter day. Just send it come away. Them dirty system of fraud, oh Lord, we see clear down a yard and broad. How them a treat poor people like dog, while poor people life so hard. Oh, what a pity, why so much homeless in a them city? Lord, what a calamity. You know, sister, this a world and a pretty. So we asking for a brighter day, a brighter day, a brighter day. Just send it come away. A brighter day, we're looking for a brighter day, a brighter day. Just send it come away. A brighter day now. We're looking for a brighter day, brighter day, yeah. Alright today now. Alright today. Right today. Alright today. Alright today. Alright today.
As I said, greetings once again. Let me link you up with Flavius. Flavius, morning, how you doing?
Morning, Franco. I am doing very well. Morning, Westport, all over the globe. It's Monday morning again. You know, July we are now. The new year is starting to push on.
Mm-hmm.
Let me say hello to all the Portlanders, St. Maryites, Bridgetown and everywhere in Barbados, Grenada, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, St. Lucia, St. Martin, St. Martin, Antigua, Barbuda, all over the Caribbean, Cuba, Panama, even Florida. People don't know that Florida is part of the Caribbean.
Kingston 21.
Yeah, but apart from that, anywhere that touches the Caribbean Sea or the Caribbean Sea touches, it's part of the Caribbean for me.
All right.
We have the ABC Islands, Anguilla, lots of islands, and we love being here, being a part of the Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice, man, very nice.
What's the weather like down there in Jamaica this morning?
Oh, sun as usual.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we are very sunny.
Gonna be hot for you today.
We need some rain, man. But I guess rain will be there, here and there. Like where I live, rain comes more often than not.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
What's in your cup this morning?
so that is very
What's in your cup
well.
this morning?
Nothing in my cup yet,
Likewise,
but
likewise.
I am aiming for some ginger tea this morning.
I kind of
So
do some citrus, you know.
that's yeah, that's really very nice. Some ginger.
So let me bring you in then with your did you know then? You want to go into your did you
Give
know?
me, give me, give me a few minutes.
All right. Yeah, a few minutes, okay?
Yeah. I'm just getting ready. Did you know it's here?
This is Pam Hall, and I'm inviting you to hang out with Flavius and Franco on the Real Stuff podcast. They're such great company.
Each and every morning, Flavius give us Did You Know? And this morning, Flavius is on it again once more with our Did You Know feature.
Okay.
Take it away.
Morning, listeners. Morning from everywhere. Thank you for joining us again. And let me move into our Did You Know? We're going to speak about rivers. If you have ever lived on an island, you know the importance and the power of rivers. Rivers is one of the things that make the Caribbean what it is. And the river is so important in living in the Caribbean. In the first instance, It's our main water source, our drinking water, what we drink. I mean, although you get it in your pipe, but it basically comes from the river. And you have rivers that run on top and rivers that run under. So that is, that is a major part of living, of life, water to drink. And then the rivers are there to sustain the crops, nourish the ground, keep the thing going, for us to get food, when we plant food and all that. Rivers is so important for that. Plus the farmers use the water from the rivers to irrigate their crops. So the river itself is doing something, and then the farmers are using the water from the river to do more. So we can have food to eat at all times. But the river don't stop there. The river is so important. The river is a major source of construction, houses, roads, and all that. That is the sand and gravel and stones from the river is used in every form of construction in the islands. So people mine, as they say, mine sand and stones from the river and use them to make our concrete structures and our roads. To pad our roads so we have good roads that can last. And of course we use rivers and the water from rivers to keep ourselves clean, keep our homes clean, keep our kitchen intact, washing the plates and having a bath, giving the kids a bath. Rivers again, all the water comes through the river. And we just said that rivers help us to sustain our food stock. Well, we also get food directly from the rivers. That is fish, shrimp, all these things we get from the river. And they provide a lot for us. And then we go to entertainment and tourism. The river is right there again. People go to the river, you have what you call river bash, and you have river tubing, where people will be on a tube down the river, very exciting stuff. And you know that all these magnificent waterfalls that are part of the Caribbean are parts of rivers. So the river helps us with food, water, keeping ourselves, good, nourishing the earth so we can get food, and plays a major role in our tourism offering, both inland and for overseas guests. So the rivers are very, very important. So this morning we're going to take a look at a few rivers. The largest river in the Caribbean is Cauto, C-A-U-T-O, Cauto River in Gama and Santiago de Cuba provinces, eastern Cuba. The island's longest river and also the longest river in the Caribbean. It flows for 230 miles, 270 kilometers from its source in the Sierra Mastra westward through Alovia swamps into the Gulf, the Golfo, Gulf de Guacanabo. Can't pronounce these names very well. And if you are like from Jamaica, Jamaica length is 140 something miles. And this river is almost twice the length of Jamaica. So you see that this river is very, very long, very, very long. And we say it's in Cuba, and it's the Corto River in the Gama and Santiago de Cuba provinces. Okay, so speaking of Jamaica, if we move to Jamaica, I know most people would believe that the Black River, which is the biggest river in Jamaica, where boats can actually be navigated on that river, to be also the longest river in Jamaica. But no, not the Black River. It is the biggest river, but the longest river in Jamaica at 92.8 kilometers is the Rio Minho. The Rio Minho runs through the parish of Clarendon mostly. So that is the longest river. So that probably might come as a little surprise to us. Everybody always think the Black River is the longest river. Only the biggest, not the longest. And now to this morning's biggest surprise. We go to beautiful Dominica. And remember, this is not Dominican Republic, this is Dominica. And Dominica has 365 rivers, numerous waterfalls, hot springs, rare birds, animal, plant life. It is no wonder it is known as the Nature Isle of the Caribbean. So consider a small island that literally everywhere you turn, there is some beautiful river beside you. You can have your picnics, you can go and take a dip, you can enjoy the waterfalls. But if you are really into water and rivers, I think you need to give Dominica a visit. 365 rivers. You literally can go to a different one every day of the year. So that's the did you know for this morning. Importance of rivers in the Caribbean and the Caribbean islands.
Wow,
take it away, Franco.
What a thing. So many rivers.
I tell you.
And the length.
Oh yes. And we thought we had lots. We thought we had lots. Not even close.
Dominica with 365 rivers. It's a lot of rivers, man.
And a few weeks ago, we spoke about Antigua Barbuda that have 365 beaches.
Yeah, that's true.
So the Caribbean is really into the yearly thing, covering the entire year.
True thing, man.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah. Really amazing.
Well, in case you didn't know, now you know. We're going to be linking up with Teddy Laidley in a few minutes. So in the meantime, some Pablo Black. Them call this one Warwick Hill Rock.
Oh!
Yes, in case you didn't know, now you know. And this morning, our really current business is happening. And we have none other than Mr. Thaddeus Laidley. A lot of you know him as Teddy. Morning, Teddy. How you doing?
Well, I can say the sun shining here in Jamaica. It's a beautiful day. I don't know where you are and how is the sun is shining, but
Kingston 21, bleaky. As you say, Kingston 21, it bleaky.
No, well, we said 96 degrees in the shade and it's well hot.
We are going to get that too. We are going to get that, because yesterday we were 99. So we're going to get that today. But we're glad for the rain, cool us down a little bit before it get hot.
Well, the difference with my side and your side is that we still have the greenery to absorb some of the heat, You are what Bob Marley called concrete jungle.
You see more buildings than anything else.
There you go. So even where I am, the lush green of nature permeates right across the landscape.
True. Man, on this side, one cut down too many trees, man, for build up buildings and houses,
Yeah. We don't work in harmony with nature. That's the problem.
We have to. We have to.
And that's one of the things that cause the disruption with the weather,
It got to be.
Yeah, because, the terrain changes and some of these, we call it swamp lands and forestry that them cut down and dump up and build houses.
No, but let us even just look at the basic thing, which is the air that we breathe. Scientifically, it is proven that we exhale carbon dioxide and breathe in oxygen. The plant itself, it gives off oxygen and take in carbon dioxide.
Exactly.
So if there isn't any plants around, what is that telling you?
We not gonna get enough oxygen.
There you go. Basic common sense.
There you go.
So all we have to look at, there is no problem, because persons are going to come on the premise and talk about, we need to improve and advance technology and progress. But progress go with a price.
Yeah.
And so even if you remove the plant, then replant. That's all.
And they're not doing it. Them not replant, that's the problem. Them cut down, but them not replanting.
Because replanting means, we call with a maintenance cost. You have to maintain. We don't want to maintain. So therefore, it's easier for us not to put that in place.
You're absolutely right. I just said that it come to me. That's why they give us here such small land space when you buy a house. You don't have enough backyard that you can put up trees and things like that.
There you go. No, but would have been logic, because again, I'm no scientist, right? But if you have those plants around your house, right? Again, it absorbs the heat. Because no better place you can sit to get comfort than on that tree.
Yeah.
You're out in nature. If you're out in nature and you are under a tree that is lush, no matter what the sunlight can penetrate.
True thing, man.
And that provides a nice shade. And then even if the winds of a breeze pass through, it's just like our ear, the black person who end up with our kinky style of ear. We don't suffer from sunstroke.
That's true.
Because the way how the hair is designed, it is from a cushion, and that's the reason why we were not dropping down in the plantation. And the other ethnic group were dropping down, because let's be fair enough. Black was not the only slave. There were Chinese slaves, there were Indian slaves, and there were white slaves. So let's be reasonable. But when they went out into the field, they were dropping like flies.
So the black men stand up.
Yeah, well, you know what they say, black don't crack.
Yeah, and there's a lot of combination why we were standing, our hair, our skin, you know.
There you go.
Teddy, when the French decided that they found the right spot to build the canal and tried it with the French people and the Spanish people and the Indians of Panama and all that. In 2-2s, everybody was dead. And years after, when the Americans decided that they wanted to do it, where did they turn? The Caribbean.
It go back to what we're saying.
Yes,
And that's the reason why they don't want to find us in a position that we are on top of the heap. Because everything is for us, not against us. They are the only ones that are against us in the sense that they don't want to see we move ahead.
Yeah.
Because physically, we are strong. Remember that situation in the Olympics with that dictator that could never believe that a black man would have done that was Jesse Owens?
Yeah.
You remember the story behind that? There you go. A black man not supposed to have been a Eurocentric man. No. But he did.
And we keep doing it up to today.
Yeah, but not only that, no, we start go into their areas and dominate.
Oh yeah.
Look at Mr. Hamilton in the Formula One race.
Yeah.
This guy don't have a history of driving race car. He's not that. He come from a family or 3-4 generation that was in Formula One.
A moonshine
the
drivers.
Guy just come.
Yeah.
There you go.
A moonshine drivers. That's some of the back in the days, you know. There was a guy. I don't remember his name. I'm going to have to know that you bring it up. I'm going to have to dig up his history. He was a moonshine driver and he entered into NASCAR. I was one of the best NASCAR drivers, you know. That's a moonshine. You have to know.
Because that's what.
Yeah.
That's where it started, you know, drinking and driving recklessly until it being formulated into what it is today.
Yeah.
Right? So we have gone into the non-traditional era, like as we mentioned, the Formula One. We've gone into fencing. We're gone into swimming because that's the only one we should have dominated well.
Swimming.
Because if we could have swim them would have it over here. That's the sad thing about it. Because even if they would chain us, we could have still jump over and swim, go back home.
Go back in, yeah.
Yeah. But
and then when we start to down
steady.
Yeah.
You talk about all these sports. What about ice hockey?
No, that's what we say. We
tournaments.
we are moving from this. We are moved from the traditional to the elite.
Yeah.
And it surprised us. You know what I mean? So like, it's like you notice every time we accomplish something, they change the rule.
Oh yes, they are good for that. Oh yes, that's come like that is no established thing, the establishment thing. Oh, we can't beat them like. I mean, I remember when they did that in netball, when Jamaica beat everybody in netball, and them changed the stepping rule.
All right, let us remember the one that was outstanding. The first time a Jamaican went to the Spit Award spelling competition. This is a non-American. Okay.
Don't carry them back. They banned us for how many years? A lot of years they banned us for, you know.
Yeah, they changed the rules.
This girl from Arden, yeah man, she destroyed them completely.
Jody and Maxwell, and she's a doctor now.
Yeah, destroy them completely. And I
Yeah,
said,
they
don't bring
couldn't
them back.
believe it.
Don't invite them back here.
Powerful man, powerhouse.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
oh yeah.
But you see, they have to use false information, because one of the things that they do is to get into your psyche. Once they get into your psyche, you start and tell you about the low self-esteem and doubt yourself and doubt your ability, then they can
Yes,
conquer. So that's the whole cycle of it. When you here the thing is, you take me and you strip me of everything that identify with me, my culture, my music, my religion, my language, everything, and you give me a new clothing. One would just imagine I come in with my African garb, and you tell me that's not appropriate. And then you give me your garb and I wear it better than you.
Mm-hmm.
And you say, "How dare you? How dare you look better than me?" You hear me?
oh
And
yeah.
that's exactly what happened. They strip us of everything, and we complain or we didn't complain, but we're doing well with the hand that they gave us. It's
Mm-hmm.
just like a gambling game. You
Okay.
give me a
Well,
bad
they
hand, and I
yeah.
still and I still win now.
Well, they brought cricket here, and we take cricket and destroy them completely. And every so often, them change the rules to try and get back on par with us.
But Flavors, remember in the earlier time there, the 70s and the 50s, when they were coming here to play us, it was once been said and quoted, they're going to the West Indies for vacation.
Oh yes, oh yes.
Because they know at the time they could not have beaten the team. So they said they're just going out there for vacation.
Mm.
Get some
I,
serious whipping.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And then
I, I, I,
at that time, Franco, they used to invite us,
Mm-hmm.
to play in their leagues, to bring up their players.
Okay.
But just
yeah.
working against them. All the great West Indies, the Sobers and the Alls and the Oldings and all of them. So
Yeah, because
after a while, they
remember,
start put a limit on it. Oh, only two. Only two can come.
Mm-hmm.
Only one. I don't think we
yeah,
have any at all now.
all right, but Flavors, let us call a spade a spade. Look at all the nicknames that our bowlers and our batsmen have gotten over the years. Tell
Mm-hmm.
me if it is there a comparison in especially with the English. Who is
Mm-hmm.
the whispering that all the Rolls Royce of
Oh
bowling?
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Eh? Who they call the whispering that?
Yeah.
or the Rolls Royce of bowling? Who is
My,
that?
my my very good friend.
Okay, there you, there you go. And for the listeners, that's Michael Holding.
Of course.
Yeah, the Rose
You
Rice.
know?
And of course, yeah.
No, but remember,
And
it
the
was
blaster.
us. Hold on, it was us who make. They had to put in the protective gears.
They hard
Oh yeah.
helmet. The hard,
No,
hard.
But hold on,
ribs
serious.
guard, you have ribs guard, hand guard, all kind of things
Hold
about.
on, Flavius. Let me remind you. Years ago, we went to Jamaica Cable Company out in Old Harbor. You were with me when I was doing an article on them.
Yeah.
And did you remember the owner, who was a British-based gentleman, said he was watching some young kids playing cricket out in the open lot,
Yeah.
and one of the guys bowled to another, and the ball was moving, and the boy take his foot and stop that speeding ball and throw it. to the next guy. And he said that's the reason why he understands Jamaica do well in cricket. Because here it is, this guy did not have anything on his feet. And he stopped a speeding ball with his foot. And he noticed that they didn't throw the ball, they fling the ball. In Jamaican style. He said that we said fling.
Yeah.
So he said he could not understand how that young boy threw the ball to the next guy. I would say, oh, he fling it.
Yeah.
So
a most descriptive word. Yes.
Michael Olding did have his famous flick up. The ball will come to him and him just flick it up like a football and catch it.
Of course.
Yes. That was the method the man was talking about, Franco. He said he stop it with the ball and he come up in the air and he just catch it and just bring it back and the guy was out.
And the guy never have no shoes.
no protective gear.
Yeah.
But let us look at even we're talking, it's somehow it's segue into sports this morning. And Nigeria is doing a documentary on Jamaica sport because they were making a comparison to the population. Here it is. You have a 2.9 population versus how much million in Nigeria?
100 million, yeah.
Right. And they're saying that their tally at Olympic Games and World Cup is very, very low comparative to Jamaica. Right. And one of the things that we and the thing that we tell the world, we started the sport from prep school because in Jamaica it's a traditional prep competition, primary competition, high school competition, go all the way up to intercollegiate competition. So we harness the talent from young. And every school in Jamaica from a primary have different houses that compete against, that compete against each other. So that's the situation. That's why we do well.
But even though Jamaica is the only country, Jamaica is the only country that have such a structure. Michael Johnson came to Jamaica to do a documentary on Usain Bolt, and he saw that system and realized, compare it to the US. US don't have nothing that can pick, select athletes the way Jamaica can select.
But all right. But the difference, Franco, is that you're able to trace a bolt coming up the ladder,
from a young age.
There you go. You can go back into the archive. The situation here, you cannot find a history of a Maurice Johnson or a Tyson Gay or whatever.
Not that easy.
You understand?
Not that easy.
Right. But we were able to plot the direction or the growth of our athletes.
No, but the beauty of the whole thing is that I remember when I was in school, everybody who is even not really interested in like track and field, but they will turn out on sports day to support their houses. And they will put on some sauce and go and run to give them houses points. And they know that no runner. So even then you really showing up new people who don't show interest, but them have the talent.
But Flavius, let us look again to see what we have done in that era. You notice, I don't know how long ago we started, where we have the Western Championship, and the Eastern Championship. All the schools that are on the eastern side of Jamaica, and then the same thing in the west.
Mm-hmm.
And that in itself helps to cultivate, because we know now, we can look at the history of young, bright talent coming from rural Jamaica, because everything was centered around central Jamaica and the traditional high school. And then we started to see over the years that there are some good talent coming from both Eastern and Western Jamaica. So again, remember where Ball came from. Ball did not come from the traditional high school.
Yep. That's true.
you understand?
My school was from also.
You
Where my school?
Herbert. Yes, right.
Okay, Herbert Morris.
Right. And that's Western Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we're looking at. I Safa Powell did not come from a traditional traditional high school.
Okay.
You understand? Well, Shelley came from a traditional, because she came from Wolmer's.
Mm-hmm.
Was, yeah.
Right?
No man, we have it. We have that we call it that old format, our system. It's set up, really unique. Over the years.
Yeah, and the thing about it, let us look at it, gentlemen. The budget that we use in terms of sports is some high school budget.
Mm-hmm.
The high school budget in the United States.
True.
Show you how minute it is.
Mm-hmm.
When we talk about equipment, we don't have it. We do some unorthodox training. Take, for example, years ago, I was over by Elster, and I saw a Safa Powell running with a truck tire attached around his waist in the sand.
Mm-hmm.
Now, where in the United States would you have that kind of training? Check it out.
Unless some of the muscle man them come tournament.
There you go. But let us look.
Iron Man tournament.
Yeah, but let us look again. The top two coach of the world. Look at their sizes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. look at what's his name from MVP Flavius? Steve Francis.
Francis, yeah.
Right. Look at the size of the man. He cannot even go down in the starter's block and show somebody how to have a good start.
The same thing for Glenn too, right?
There you go.
But he never went to coaching school.
Yeah, that's it. So what we're saying is that the unorthodox way of doing things give us some results. The same thing that we talk about in the cricket, the same thing in athletics, and many other sports. One of the things, Franco, we were saying that we would do well in the swimming, we call the high dive.
High dive, yeah.
Yeah, we have some young boys who dive into the harbor downtown.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that they do is that persons flick money into the sea and they dive for it and come up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, hear the thing, Franco. Many of those boys, when they, seawater is much more heavier than pool water.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody made a recommendation years ago that we should seriously start a swimming program with Jamaica surrounded by sea, we could put those floating boards in the sea and create a pool and create a lane. So we wouldn't be the one talking about we want internal pool. We can use the sea as a pool. I don't know if you see what I'm saying visually. It is the idea is like a ball. Yeah, you put it out in the water, so it slow down the wave. Right, and then you can mark the lane.
Yeah, man, that'd be great. The first thing them are gonna tell you say, boy, them go to build a pool like that too, and put the salt water in it instead.
No, but that's what we're saying. Be creative. We don't need to build a pool. You understand? Because the sea is there, and once you're able to deal with that heavy seawater, when it come on to the pool, it's you're supposed to go into it like a fish.
And we could create good marine divers too, because them
there you go.
The way we are do it down at the wharf. You know.
Yeah, and they are not doing it with any safety or any oxygen tanks.
I want them to look on them youth there and try to get them in a school too as well. I see which school them go and develop them.
Yeah.
And we have them for Olympics. Later on, them good marine divers. We have a lot of talents in Jamaica.
I say we have the raw material, Franco. we just want to harness the raw material, so therefore we're able to capitalize on it.
True.
In a very positive way.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But that kind of thing that listeners could understand why Jamaica, as I say, why Jamaica run so fast in that documentary. And it have nothing to do with drugs.
True thing.
Look how long Merlin Artie have been dominating and Flo Joe and the whole of them were beating her on the substance they were beating her, and she was natural.
Yeah.
And when they found out, nobody even said those medals that those persons on the drugs were taking, give it to her. They didn't.
They never do that. But as soon as an athlete might take a substance that them eventually banned, after that they're thinking about taking away a gold medal because that they wanted to do that with the 4x1 relay team.
Yeah, they did it. You remember they did it,
See?
They did it. And remember Bolt was the most what do you call it, athletes where every minute the Bolt said they wake him up just to test him.
Yeah, man.
He was tested more than any other athlete.
Yeah. So them have to find out, wait, he must have taken something. Wait till him go in bed.
The dashing and the yam, man. the yam country come from Chilani.
No, they said there's no way. There is no way.
Franco, did you know that Veronica Campbell Brown comes from the same place?
Chilani?
Same place, yes.
I never know that.
No, that's what we're saying. It's Western Jamaica.
She went to school at there, but she come from yam country. She eat yam from Chaban.
Well, I figure they're really going to examine these yams to find out what's under the ground.
I know.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's amazing the talent that we have in this country, and it's like a double-edged sword, Franco. They lack thereof in terms of opportunity.
Yeah.
So on one hand, we have the talent, and on the other hand, the talent is lack the opportunity.
Yeah, yeah.
By the way,
Look at that.
I found the moonshine driver. Wendell Scott.
Okay.
He was one of the first African American drivers in NASCAR and the first African American to win a race in the Grand National Series NASCAR ice level.
What year was that?
That was let me find the year. Let me find the year there. Then they tell you the year. Then they tell you the year. But them say him get him NASCAR license around 1953.
Brought him.
Wow.
That was before Jim Crow.
Yeah, exactly. Because further down in the article, they tell you what he was doing after World War II. That's how he become a moonshine driver.
But remember, some moonshine drivers had obstacles, you know.
Yeah, they're the ones who carry the what you call it, the illegal alcohol, go drop off.
I know.
I remember.
That's how it started. No, but that's weird. How it started, you know. Because of the prohibition, they modified the vehicle to outrun the police. And then on a weekend, they would sit down and just do the driving within their own environment.
Okay.
Off the beaten track. You understand? So where they were doing the moonlight, when them get drunk and all of that, they were racing each other and all of that.
Okay.
So that's how it all started.
But remember saying, it's not only police they must run away from, you know. You remember they had competitors.
Yeah.
And they were racing to reach a certain point before the competitors so them can sell.
No. Don't make it look like that. We have to give it a little bit of buzz. They talk about their distributing trade.
He won the race in 1964 in Jacksonville, 1964.
Yeah, that's out again.
Yeah.
That's in Miami there. But you see, they have to outrun their competitors in terms of their distribution of the product.
Yeah.
You know, but it's alarming to see. And then now, how many years after now we have Mr. Hamilton on top of the game, eh? And then there's another black guy.
There's a black guy.
As a matter of fact, what Hamilton is doing now, he's starting a school for ethnic persons. So not only just black, but other minority to be given a chance to be in the Formula One.
Okay.
A lot of people are not aware that he's doing that. Right? Because it's lonely at the top as a black person. Especially in certain field. It's like the tokenism. They're not going to, because even remember when everybody were talking about Serena and her sister, right?
Venus.
Yeah, people forget about Arthur Ashe.
So Arthur Ashe was the start, and he was regarded as the greatest of them all.
Yeah, but you see, again, we don't give credit. We don't give credit. That's the thing about it. We don't give credit, right? And you have done so well for that sport.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah. Arthur was just a natural talent, you know. He was just that good, better than everybody else. You know, I'm just good.
But it's the same. But it's the same thing with the sisters, right?
Yeah.
I remember watching an interview, and Serena said she wants to be the best in the world, and she never admired nobody else. Because the thing about it, yeah, but let's be fair. She was exposed to all the persons who were playing the game at the time. She weren't.
Yeah.
So she never had a role model to look up to.
No.
You know,
But she
so
had
that
the
was interesting.
determination. She had this
Yeah.
determination and the self belief,
Right,
and that
because of her
was
father
enough.
again.
Yeah, that
You
was
know me.
enough.
Yeah. Say whatever you want to say about her father, but he believed in his two girls. Them.
Yeah,
You
man.
know, the many times they kick him out of the tournament and all of that, but at the end of the day, those two girls shine.
Yeah, they rose to the top. I mean, there's no question about it.
Yeah, and they try to put his daughter against him and all of that, and it didn't work out.
The
You know,
usual, the usual, thing, that usual thing. Yeah, they always will try that. They'll find
tell
some way
her.
to break it down. You know. When you're that good, they must find some way to break it down because they don't want you to be on top. They don't want you to be number one.
Mm,
Because even in
mm.
football, Franco,
Mm-hmm.
when you look at our statistics, when you look at everything, Pele is so far ahead of these people.
Mm-hmm.
And yet them find all former things to put in to try and bring these white people close to him.
Mm-hmm.
He was so far from score more goal. I mean, I'm so far ahead of them.
But
And
as you were saying, Favours, he had a natural talent, natural brilliancy.
oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh
Raw
yeah.
breed. It was a raw breed.
What him have could not be taught, still cannot be taught. You have to just have it, and few people have it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very few.
You know, we have done well in the sports arena, but like I said, we have to tell our stories. We have to do our behind the scenes stories because
Yeah,
as the famous saying, the hunter writes his story, but we like to hear from the lion.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Right here from the
You
lion,
see?
yes, out of the lion's mouth.
Yeah. There are a lot of things that have been said and have gone on as gospel.
Mm-hmm.
And when it's been contested, it end up with a different story. But because the misinformation have been permeated for so long, you know what they say about lies. You keep on repeating it till it become a truth.
Mm-hmm.
Because what is, remember, when it crosses a generation, it start become the truth because the person who was there originally and know the truth, and that person who is spreading the lie, once he can continue to spread the lie,
Mm-hmm.
then the truth become diminished.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
And that's what have been happening over the years.
That's what happening now too in the US.
Right. No,
Yes.
I tell you this.
Yeah.
You just mentioned that, the internet
Mm-hmm.
has to be what you call like a double-edged sword.
Mm-hmm.
It was created for a purpose, but somehow within that purpose, there's out of that. In marketing, you'd have called it added value.
Mm.
More things come out of it because if it wasn't persons were able to use that platform to speak the truth, all the things that have happened over the years to us would have been suppressed.
Mm-hmm.
Because even let us, we're not using the George Floyd as a yardstick, right? But if that was not captured, it along with many other acts that have been done over the years would have been kept underneath the carpet.
Yeah, man, a true thing. True.
Well,
And so the question keep asking now, what about those many other stories? There was a situation where the camera, the body camera of the officer caught planting drugs on persons, right? Now the question, how many persons have been sitting now in a cell who end up with a criminal record because of the unfair injustice that take place. Officers, just in order to get the numbers in, plant drugs on people and tarnish their reputation.
Everyday business, that. Yeah, everyday business. Everyday business, man.
Look at that. For years,
but we have been complaining. Look at the whole Queen thing. They created that image in the 16th century, you know, and they launched it officially in 18 something. How can somebody conceive or something like that? And now it's played out in public, and people wondering how and why. It was inculcated in their minds from the born.
Well,
it was in their minds and in their minds.
Yeah, that was their intention. And as they rightly said, no, it's playing out because it go across now and people are now seeing the truth. As you mentioned the Queen and the unfairness that Meghan Markle have been receiving, and the comparison and talking about, I'm not going to really get too making a statement on that, but the bottom line is that just like the White House, the slave who built it now live inside. To the generation of Obama, and the same thing with the Buckingham Palace. The slave who built it and could not get inside there, Meghan Markle end up being inside there, the cathedral and all of that, and they can't deal with that. You know what I mean? How dare you?
When a woman who did this, the Calypso say, when you touch the black, you can't go back.
Well, a lot of white people will tell you that. Many of our white listeners on the program will tell you. You know, the first time Flavius, I heard that. I was in Canada, and I was talking to a young miss, Caucasian, as I say, we call it white. And the conversation started, and she said, I end up with a black boyfriend. I said, whoa. And she made that point. She said after she had the affair with her black boyfriend, she don't go back to her white boyfriend. I said, why? And she used that term. When you go black, you don't go back.
Can't go back, man.
Stuck on you.
that you know, we're talking sports, we're talking history, we're talking a bit of sociology. or the man in his environment survives.
Yeah.
And a bit of psychology. He said when you go black, you don't go back. And then we look at it in sport and say the black don't crack.
Yeah.
And so we do well in that areas, and every time they move the finishing line, we're still able to reach it. You know what I mean? Whether through legislation, whether through policies, you know, we're still able to reach the finishing line.
Yeah, it's a moving target.
Yeah, and that is what disturbing to them.
What you think, man?
They keep on moving the finishing line, and we're still making it at the finishing line.
Hey, Franco, you want to read that thing now, and we can discuss it a little bit?
Yeah, well, Teddy,
yeah.
I get a question last week, right? And in your fields, this year festival songs, they have prominent artists.
Papa Michigan is in there, Toast in there, Buju is in there.
They never expect to participate. What's the reason behind it? You have any idea? Are you hear any sounds while they're
No,
going this route this year?
remember now, it's all about marketing. You want to capture the imagination and thing of the populace. No, here it is. That you're not able because of the new norms. You're not able to create a atmosphere to say, well, okay, fine, persons can come out and enjoy the festival. No, it's going to be a virtual festival. How do we get the attention of the person to participate in this I just say so-called independence because we still that's another debate. We're not independent yet. Yeah, until we have a neutral executive president
Yeah.
and go republic, then we can say that we are independent.
Okay.
As long as we have the monarch as our head of state, then we are not independent. But the point is that you're talking about a virtual stage, right? How then do you get the attention and the participation of the audience? So again, Franco, is just common sense,
Okay.
right? Bujo did well when he came out of prison last year, right? On the landscape of the music thing, everybody come out to see him. When you check this, he as a single artist were able to make the stadium full to its capacity. And we're not talking about just the seat, the stand in the stadium.
And the
We're talking
grounds.
on the ground.
The grounds too.
All right.
Grounds.
And he achieved that. And then he have done a Caribbean tour and he have gone to Europe. Okay. Toots again
I've won it.
is nostalgia.
Yeah.
Not nostalgic because he won it in the 60s along with the Maytals, right? Now you are Papa Michigan again, the duo of him and Smiley, right? Almost 40 years ago, 1980, the two of them came on the scene. Then you have Freddie McGregor, the big ship, right? Another star war within the music industry. I think it's maybe if as a matter of fact, no. Let me just look quickly on something. I think it's about maybe 3 persons that are there. That is not
Big timer.
Yeah, I think it's
okay. Yeah, okay.
2
So you have
females.
Buju. His song is "I'm Jamaican." Toots and the Maytel, "Rise Up Jamaica." Freddie McGregor, "Turn Up the Sound." The group Lost, which is Lucky D, Triller U, Singing Melody, and Tony Curtis.
Tony Curtis, yeah.
Wave the Flag, and Papa Michigan song, Jamaican Dance.
Oh, I don't have that one there.
You have another guy named the newcomers are Extra Bag with Jamaica Paradise.
Extra bag and Nazaman.
Right, Raiders.
Before.
Right, Nazaman won it about what 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah.
Right, and they have Sugar, who was one of the contestants,
Kings
the
and
winner
Queens.
of the Digital Rising Star,
Rising Star. Okay.
and she had One Love. And you have Sakina, who is also a host and an actress, and she hosts the Saturday morning Smile Jamaica program, and her song is "We Are Jamaica." So with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 persons participate in the competition. 5 are established artists. No, 6 are established artists. And out of the 4 that left, 1 is a semi-established, which is Nazaman, who have won the competition. So you only have three newcomers. Now, the process of this competition will take place by the public, decide the winner by text to vote.
Okay.
Now, you check that out. I can tell you who's going to be the winner already.
Yeah, Teddy.
No,
We don't want you to
it,
reveal it yet. Don't
no,
reveal
no,
it yet.
no. But what we're saying is that the public will decide the winner by text to vote,
Mm-hmm.
right? The live presentation will take place on Sunday, July 19th,
Mm.
and the show result,
It,
the result show is July 26th.
it might hurt Flavius if he hear walk out.
No, but it's obvious.
Cause so far
but
I've been playing the songs them in the morning. Flavius don't like none so far. I play a sugar song already. And with the guy the other one named Extra Bag.
Extra bag, yeah.
Yeah. Flavius don't like none yet.
No, it's not a matter of what flavors like, it's just a matter of the marketing. That's it. It's like last night they were going.
Who have money to buy the
What?
credit?
And not really money alone to it.
Money to buy the credit.
Popularity.
Yeah, man.
I remember the public are going to
Hold on,
text to
hold on.
vote.
Hold on. It's like many
They
times
say-
people don't listen. No, it's like, for example, people don't listen to the song. All they want to know is the artist that's singing it. That's it. And that's where the bias come in.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
And then I can tell you this. I remember watching television last night, and they were nostalgic in the 2005 Digital Rising Star competition that was won by Christopher Martin over Naughty Virtue. And I tell persons that Naughty Virtue is a better singer than Christopher Martin. Why Christopher get
not
it?
even close.
Yeah.
Even close.
Why Christopher get it? It's simple. It's called marketing. And what does that mean? He was able to sell the product. He was in an easier face to push the product, which is Digital Rising Star. He looked good. No, there was one or two little things about Nadi that didn't go over well with persons. And let me tell you something. In this global world, whether it's fashion, whether it's music, everything, looks play a part, Franco.
True.
And that's the reality.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Looks and
People like
size.
to know.
Looks and
People like
size.
to know that it's easy on the eyes, and yes, we can. You're able to sell that product easy, and that's a big going on for years.
The true thing, man.
So,
Absolutely.
all right, if you look at even the layout of the article that appeared in yesterday's newspaper about Jamaican Festival song.
Mm-hmm.
All right, look what they did. It's just like, for example, when we are in the show business, are you doing a tour or you're doing a show in the States, you ask the promoter to give your artist either equal billing or standout billing. Meaning, if somebody is as strong as your artist, you get equal billing. If the other persons who appear on the show is not as strong as the artist, your artist photograph must be standing real tall.
Okay.
All right, check this out now. On the layout, they put Bojo
Mm-hmm.
to the left and Toots to the right.
Mm-hmm.
Under Bojo is Freddie McGregor, and under Toots is Papa Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
And in the middle is Lost.
Mm-hmm.
The other four persons go behind. What does that tell you? It called that psychological. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Call that headliners, man. Headliners.
Do you understand? Bojo and Toots are equal billing
Mm-hmm.
because they both draw our audience globally. Because I have toured with Toots in 2013. And I can tell you, we started the tour in LA and finished in New York. And many of the tour dates, the only time I saw black persons at Toots show was in New York, and majority of them were backstage.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that Tooth Cheer stage with the country western gentleman there. Oh
Willie
God.
Nelson.
Willie
Willie
Nelson.
Nelson.
Okay.
And also with another country artist. What's her name again? A female, man, I do a song.
A song together.
Yeah,
But that's what I'm
right.
saying.
She's a big Grammy winner too.
Right. So when you look at it and you put Tooth and Buddha at the top, what does that tell you?
Not
You
to
call that
mention,
subliminal information?
not to mention, tell you that people read from left to right, top to bottom.
There you go. There you go. You know what I mean? Common sense, Bridget. So when people ask, you know, it's common sense.
We not done pick already, Franco.
Yeah. That's why I tell Teddy don't say it, cause you know why I hear it.
No, but the reality is the reality, Bridget. Is the reality. Hear what the song said? I'm Jamaican.
Mm-hmm.
And the next one is Rise of Jamaica. When you want to tell people that I am Jamaican, make it proud, is the whole patriotism. They said, I am Jamaican, just like I said, I'm an American.
Mm-hmm.
Because you notice whenever you encounter America, if you watch their conflict with the police, everything, what them always say, I'm an American, I know my rights.
Mm-hmm.
You check it out. Anytime there is a conflict with the law or something, what words come out of the mouth? I am an American and I know my rights. All right. And what's the song Budgie singing about?
Yeah,
I'm Jamaican.
I'm Jamaican. Yeah, man. Flavius.
But over the years, you know, those songs always win, you know.
Mm-hmm.
My Street Jamaica, I left Jamaica.
No,
Born
Jamaica.
I was surprised.
Born Jamaica.
I was
surprised. I was surprised. Eric Donaldson not in it.
No.
Them can't find him.
No, man. I don't think so. Come on.
That Flavius can't find him.
No, man. It should be a given. Come on.
It'll be a gift.
How much time he win the competition? He's the one that win it the most.
6 times, man. Ryrie and win it most about 5 and him win it 6.
But I'm looking it. I don't know he's around.
Who, Ryrie?
Yeah.
Them are winners.
No. Flavius, I keep on telling you, many things is not no rocket science. The thing was strategic. No. Check this out. It was strategically set that way.
Yeah, I know.
You understand?
I know.
All right.
I know the answer.
Let me tell you something. The influence of certain person sit down at the table and bring in these people. Arguments.
Yeah, man, I know. Yeah, I know. Well, I know that, but I will not say it because
it was a panel discussion too.
No.
Producers.
No. You have it wrong. There's no damn producers in there.
It was in the Gleaner. Who them invite at the meeting?
No. The
that meeting never do anything. That meeting never do anything.
Let me tell you something, Franco. In the 90s, the 95 to be exact.
Yeah.
I work as a reporter at the defunct JBC, Jamaica Broadcasting Corporation. And as a reporter, you go out and get the news. My editor at the time was Cliff Hughes. And I recall I went out and did a story. And Cliff Hughes tell me it's not going to make the news. And then naturally, as a reporter, you challenge it.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, I want to, sir, I want to get people. See, your story is a feel good story. We don't want no feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
So get into the psyche of the people. That's what I want. And there's a story that I cover an event. And when I take the sound bite from it for the news, and I showed it to him, he said, no. He said, carry the footage to me. And I took it to him, and he took a soundbite over it. And let me tell you this. I call the personnel and tell them that the soundbite for the news tonight was not my decision.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It was done by the editor. Because I know my neck could have been on the block.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And I can tell you, and I can say it, it was Percival Broderick. At the time, the late Percival Broderick was over by Pembroke Community Center at a JLP meeting.
Mm-hmm.
And he took a bite. From the bite that I took, he did not use it. He went into the footage and took a bite. And I make sure I call and say, look, I had not to do it because I know the nature of how politics is in Jamaica. And I didn't want, and they saw me there at the conference. So I didn't want nobody come after me.
True.
You understand? So I know sometimes when people talk about, oh, we all of this is sham. You know, this is what we're saying. A lot of sham have taken place over the years between corporate world, political world, sports world. It's all there. And so we don't have to fool ourselves.
But Teddy, 1995, you had encounter with editor. 2020, through the magic of social media, editors are no more. You put out what you want to put out your conscience, and that's it. That's how the world is changing.
No, but that's no. There's a difference that the traditional media still hold that up, you know.
Yeah, man, them still have that.
They still do that because remember, we do not. Yeah, but we do not control. Yes. That's the reason why the independent newspaper asks for subscription. That's why they ask for subscription. So therefore, they can continue because they are not the puppet of the owner of the. Yeah.
That's the point I'm making. Lots of changes is happening, and you know, we can get a more balanced view of things now.
That's why we said that the internet was designed for a purpose, but within that purpose, we were able to get something else out of it, and that was the truth, right?
Yes,
so remember, the internet was designed to keep a track of the U.S. forces around the world, and they use it to communicate. I just said they use it to communicate with their people out in the field.
That's before they make it public, right?
Yeah, that's what I just said before I go commercial.
Okay.
Right.
Because
I know when it go commercial, they couldn't control it no more, and that's what gives the breed to the Facebook and the Instagram and the WhatsApp and all of that, because WhatsApp was a WhatsApp was created because Facebook found upon you can look at the story. Of going to Facebook, and them say no. Them say it should never happen. And see, WhatsApp is now the leading.
Yeah, because a lot of people who were on Facebook take time to come off and do WhatsApp more than anything else.
Because again...
Yeah, but you're not coming off. You're not coming off, Franco. Facebook don't make any Facebook, when you open WhatsApp, the first thing you see is Facebook.
Hmm. Yeah. But it's amazing. The only thing that we can continue to do is try and push the truth. You think
Yeah,
that's the only thing we can do because we've been lied to over the years, and the lie keep on being infested. It's time now that we treat the lie with the truth, right? And there are persons out there. Their task is to push the lie. They create and falsify things and try to get into the minds of people and try to convince them that this is so. They create the as the new term now called fake news. They do that. They create that
That been
to
around
get
long
wake up.
time. Been around
Right. So
long time.
you no, but the difference now is that there are persons' job is to get up every day to push that narrative. Their job is to do that.
And there are persons who always preach the lie, and eventually it become the truth. Because
Yeah, and that's what we
they
said.
don't want to be seen in the real news. So them say fake news.
Hmm.
You know?
Yeah. So what does that mean? That the forum that's been established here is that we just have to share. It's like we call a drip of water on a hard rock, and so you have to make that analogy. A drip of water on a hard rock, constantly and persistently dripping, it digs into that rock,
You
no
know,
matter how hard that rock is.
you
And
know,
so that's the analogy that we have to do. Just day by day, continue to drip the truth
you
into the
saying
hard
this,
rock. Yeah.
you saying all of this steady, it bring me back to a CBS reporter named once, because he was one, named Dan rather. Some of we
Yeah.
just to say right now, he was saying it,
Hmm.
not in the same context, but in how he was saying that why guys like him not in the news no more is because
Yeah.
the guys them who have the power to push out what do you call it, editors and news reporters and
Yeah.
news investigators who are
Hmm.
doing the work from the bottom up and expose all of these people. They don't want them
Yeah.
to be telling the truth. And the internet where them farm, some of them are use
Hmm.
it for the propaganda and for the fake
Yeah.
news so that the truth
Hmm.
won't be dripping out, little by little.
There you go. And so that's why I said for us, it have to be a situation where we just constantly let the truth just continue to drip in the hard rock of the lies and the deception. That's what I mean. We just have to just continue day by day, minute by minute, hour by hour, to be persistent and to be consistent with the truth.
But the media house, right? Most media house usually come under some conglomerate. Like how them
Yeah,
buy
yeah,
away the phone carriers them and keep them
yeah,
bundle them up
they
as
will.
one. Yeah.
They will. Because what it means power. That's all it means. If I am able to use my influence to persuade a mass, then I can control the mass.
Mm-hmm.
And what I keep on telling people, information change persuasion and decision. Because if you're properly informed, then you make the right decision. Huh? It's like they said to buy or not to buy.
As them say, people don't read newspapers like how them used to anymore. People just look for
And
the
that
news
was,
on them phone, Google, or them
yeah,
news
because
channel.
what have happened is a new narrative, Franco. and because we're working in a global space.
Mm-hmm.
Because years ago, what you have established could not have been possible years ago because it was then controlled by the conglomerate or by the power brokers.
Mm-hmm.
Today, they can't control that. Today, they can influence you because you're not doing this for monetary gain.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing it because you believe that the truth needs to be told.
Mm-hmm.
So the space has changed. And a new generation is, for example, what we're doing here today. We are having dialogue. A next generation is having texting.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
It's
So
fun.
we have to know, we have to use the forum, the platform in order to get to the person. And
Mm-hmm.
if this is one of the platforms to get to them, then we have to use it to tell them the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Because they are being bombarded by so many information per day, per second.
Mm-hmm. You know what? Well, as you say that, it ironic. You know, you say that because there's some people been talking on social media, and they're saying one of the reasons why they notice some of the big entertainers, black entertainers, not coming out and you're not even hearing them voice. It's because they already been bought out. Some of them do podcasts, right? And they get how many millions from some of these news media who really
Hmm.
represent the massive the white people them who control the
Hmm.
media.
Yeah.
Because you remember when or them say or the record company used to usually have one big company, them name Capital,
Hmm.
and them just buy up all the little small company and have them underneath them wings.
Well, as a matter of fact, labels now is only three labels exist now
Mhm.
compared to 30, 20 years ago.
Mhm.
You see, the difference is, I don't know if you know a movie they call Identity,
Mhm.
where this girl, she worked in a newsroom and then uncovered a story.
Mhm.
And the editor told her not to put it out.
Okay.
And she was insisting.
Mhm.
And what did they do? They didn't touch her. What they did, they erased her identity. She
Ah,
went to the ATM machine.
nothing no dead
There was
fear.
no funds there.
Mhm.
She she, she had no identity. They removed her identity from her passport, her driver's license, everything.
Mhm.
So they destroyed her literally. So they didn't have to touch her. You understand what I'm saying? And so she ended up being a nomad.
Mhm.
No, you know, nobody start believing you, and that is a method being used. Because I remember a situation happened to me, and the person said to me, "All we have to do is to just publish something and just say that we no longer associated with you,
Mhm.
and that alone kill your credibility." That's what they go after. They
Yeah.
just got their credibility
That's true.
and just destroy your credibility without physically touching you.
And that's why
Yeah,
some of these big guys can't talk out the ones that have the power. We usually run up them mouth before them become big shot. Can't say a
yeah.
word
Yeah,
because they
because
already been
because
paid.
then I can take away the thing because you place emphasis on that big life and that driving that Bentley and living in certain areas and having tea or restaurants and want that taken away from you because again is an identity
Mhm.
situation of self-worth. So if I have to drive a high-end vehicle and to live in a house for you to see me.
Mhm.
You understand? And that is what many people equate success is to to be materialistic.
To be blinging.
So once you take away that from them, they're nobody.
Mhm.
But when you don't place emphasis on that, all right, let us make a comparison to Warren Buffett, who have been living in the same house. He been living it for what, the past 30 years.
Mhm.
He have not changed his lifestyle. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when you have a person who was living a certain life and their lifestyle changes, and you take away that from them, then they are nobody. Because that is what gives them an identity, the lifestyle. So many of the persons who would have lashed out against the system or against the injustice cannot do it because they are enjoying a particular lifestyle that making them look like they're somebody.
Yeah.
And that's just basic. It's like I remember saying to my boss years ago, Franco, I said to her, since I've given the job, I'm not eating lobster and cheese sauce or caviar. I'm still drinking my porridge and eating turn meal. And she looked at me.
Mm-hmm.
I said, so even if you fire me tomorrow morning, my lifestyle haven't changed. Because it's simple. Not that I get the job now, I change my lifestyle and start living a personal way. I don't. So if a circumstances reach in life, it don't affect you. Just basic common sense. Because I wasn't living above my means. And that is what happened to a lot of people. They live above their means because we are given this notion of success to look like the Joneses. And so therefore you have to live and behave a particular way to be accepted.
Tell you,
So they can't come out and lash out against nothing. You know, from the movie that was Kirk Douglas and I think it was Wall Street. Michael Douglas.
Yeah.
Kirk is right.
Wall Street.
There was a line in the movie. He said, "To have money and lose it is worse than never have it at all." He was getting some inside trading, and he called the guy who worked in the stock, invite him to his home when he had his friends who were all millionaire and so he wanted to get inside trading where stocks are good. And mounted on his wall is great masterworks of art and all of that. And drinking the finest vintage wines and so forth. And he showed the guy a world that he's never exposed to because this is just a stockbroker working in a trading house. And he get a chance to see how rich people live. And he said to him, to have money and lose it is worse than never have it at all. And that is what happened to a lot of people. When they move from nothing to something, they're afraid to go back to nothing.
They don't want to lose it.
Here you go. So they will not come out. They will not come out as champion any cause whatsoever. They will not look at their people and say that I will be a part of you. No, they're not. That's the reality.
Facts,
like I said, to have money and loss, it is worse than never have it at all.
Yep, it's true thing, man. You know, when I saw the movie, the second one, part 2, when he came out of prison, he was talking to his to be son-in-law. I did like him. I try to show him and say, "You think my daughter really love you? She'll use you? Forget to me,
all right.
Because she know you're gonna come to me."
There you go.
But it was the other way around. The youth. She already tell him, say, "Don't want you to be like my dad. Get tied up in all of this money thing, because eventually when you start having it, you're gonna really lose your identity."
Yeah. And a lot of people, I just said, those are the kind of movie that I'm attracted to, Franco.
Come on, it speak volume. It speak volume, boss.
Yes, it will. You know? A lot of people miss those lessons.
It's
You know
true,
what I mean?
man. It's true.
I remember a friend of mine said to me one day, and he said, Teddy, remain grounded because you can't fall off the ground.
Yeah.
You're already on the ground. You know, there's no further for you to go.
Come on, remain
So just stay
grounded.
grounded. And I never forget that, Franco. So I don't aspire to have a mass of wealth and all of that because you know what? At the end of the day, naked you come into this world, naked you shall leave. You understand? Because out of the temple in which you have that standing upright right now is the spirit of life. It just like, for example, you take in the breath of life, then the breath of life leave the body. That's simple. That's common sense.
True.
You don't have to go through no rocket science. The breath of life enter the body. When you take that deep breath of life, and the breath of life leave the body. It's just a temple, just like I said. It's standing there. It's like an open lot. When you put a building on an open lot, don't you still have the open lot?
Yeah. No.
If you remove the building,
yeah, you get the open lot back.
No, it's still there. That is what I'm saying to you. You just put something on it. It never leaves. Franco, check it out. An open space. And you put something on it. The space is still there. So don't get it confused. You have not changed the shape or size of the space, you know. You just put something on top of it.
Once that move, it's still there.
But it is always there.
Nah, gone away.
No, but it is. Put it this way. It is there. And you put something on it. It's still there.
True.
You understand? So don't get confused because you put up this nice building. You have covered the space. No, it is there. Because you know what? If natural disaster come and destroy the building, it did not destroy the space.
Yeah. True, man. A true thing. Logics.
Yes. So the same thing what we're saying is that we get the breath of life and we live. So this is just a template. This is a temple that is holding something in. And so when the breath of life leaves, and it goes because we are a people of energy. We have energy. We give off energy.
Good energy, bad energy.
Here you go.
So man say, boy, I'm not feeling vibes, bad vibes. I feel
exactly.
vibes, good vibes.
I you don't understand why, but it is that the reality.
So I just say energy. I have this artist up in we call it Opalaka area. And him have a song that say energy is not right, hypocrite and parasite, And it's a good song. Now that you mention it, I'm going to start lick it, because some bad energy I go around sometime, you don't need to be a part of it. You have to take away yourself from bad energy now.
It's simple. They have to question it. That's the reality, Virgin.
Yeah, man.
And then you know, I just say you feel it and you wonder why you feeling this thing about, but it is there. Sometimes you go beside a radio is playing and you go by and it disrupts the frequency. And people wonder why the radar, and then you move away from it and it start playing good.
Yeah.
What does that tell you? You do not touch the radar. You did not touch the radar, but you go beside it and it disrupts the frequency.
Your energy, bad energy.
Here you go.
On it, and disrupt it. Yes,
right?
Teddy. Well, Teddy, we know we're gonna go further now in a more conversation, but we'll come to the end, So This how we are gonna end it this morning. You know, this morning we never
A
touch nothing
positive
from we
energy.
never touch nothing from the news. You notice it,
No,
Flavius? We not
because
touch nothing from
Franco,
the
it's
news.
simple. We were led by the energy brethren. The same thing we were talking
Yeah,
about.
everything are
And
just
just as the same thing you're
reasoning.
coming to at the end,
Mm-hmm.
we end the program with good energy.
Yeah. We
So
don't.
we were led
But
in
tell
a
you,
direction. Yeah.
yeah, but let me tell you about this energy now.
Mm-hmm.
I have been sitting here hoping to get a cup of tea from we started. And
Mm.
because of the conversation and the energy, I don't move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I go through the whole store without a cup of tea, which is not normal. But like Teddy say, it's the energy.
Yeah, man, the energy.
You
Yeah.
know, and that's what makes the thing flow, Franco. When sometimes the best thing is not the one that you plan.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You
Oh yeah.
go with the natural flow because this morning
Yeah.
we were able to tap in to looking at sports where a lot of persons might not even was aware of. You were able to share information with the first black NASCAR driver.
Mm-hmm.
We were able to talk about the Serena. We were able to talk about the young youth who are diving on the waterfront.
Mm-hmm.
And you made the suggestion they could be marine divers,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And there were so many things that we touched on, right? And the energy just take us in that direction. And here it is. The last thing that we talk about is energy, Franco.
Mm-hmm.
But
You understand?
Yeah. Mm.
Franco,
Yeah.
you know what gave us that energy?
What?
And it's a powerful energy creator. You know. Water.
The
We
water.
start with
Oh,
river.
the river, the river, the river, the
Yeah.
river. Yeah, the topics this morning on the river. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Because we were talking about nature.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I
That's what
mean?
it
We're
started.
talking about how we breathe, the breath of life in our body, and the killing of the natural thing, which is the trees and the plants
Mm-hmm.
that serve
Yeah.
a purpose to our existence. And so we talk about your concrete jungle and my lushful living.
Mm-hmm.
And because of my lush here that I have in the Caribbean, I can send some to you, Franco, in your concrete jungle.
Mm-hmm. True, true, true.
Yeah.
Because my plants and things
Mm-hmm.
that is not chopped down, we can send it to you. So that's a thing for Franco.
Yeah, man, that's how it go.
Anyway, as I said, it's always a wonderful and a pleasure
Yeah, man, and I
to,
learned something
to
from you
talk.
this morning, Teddy. I never know you was
Yeah.
I was a reporter.
There's a,
Many things, you know,
Yeah,
that he excels at, you know.
I can see
But
that a
some
man
of them
with
don't.
many talents, you know. Mm,
Oh yeah.
many
but you see
talents.
the thing about it, Franco, come to what we're saying.
Mm-hmm.
We're not able to be so loud, so we
Yeah,
leave it
yeah,
out.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. You remain grounded. You stay grounded. And I'm gonna say you
Yeah.
remain
Yeah,
grounded. You stay grounded. Cause grounding,
I, I,
you have to be. You
I,
know.
I, I said it to you. The person said to me, Teddy, always stay grounded because you cannot fall off of the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it go back
Yeah.
to
Mm.
what one of the things that I did, Franco,
Mm-hmm.
just before you go, as a reporter, you never see my face
Mm-hmm.
when I'm reporting the news.
Mm-hmm.
And people were saying to me, why then they must see my face?
Mm-hmm.
Because they go back to the same thing. I did not want the job to make who I am.
Yeah.
I am the one who made
Yeah.
the job.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
therefore, if when I leave the job, I don't longer attach to it that people can say, oh, you know, see him was a reporter and look at him now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you understand what
Exactly.
I'm trying to tell you?
Yeah, man.
So my private life remains private.
True, true.
Yeah.
And so that's the reason why I'm able to remain at the level in which I live.
Mm-hmm.
And I be me. and be free.
Yeah, man, that's true.
That's it. That's it.
Mm.
So I never end up in the job where I start high profile and then go back to the same point that you raised earlier. Because of this new clothing that you take on, you have to remain to it and to be seen as a person. And so therefore, if you say anything, then the powers that be can say, no, how dare you say that? We can take away the power from you.
Yeah, man.
So that's why I said to you earlier, Franco, when I tell my boss years ago that since I get the job, I have not eaten lobster in cheese sauce nor caviar. I was still drinking my porridge and my turn cornmeal. So therefore, if you take away the job, my lifestyle is not affected. And that is what happens to many people today. Their lifestyle go with the job.
Yeah.
So once the job being removed, their lifestyle have to be removed.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Gone.
That's
Teddy,
the
you're a
reality.
genius, you know. I just remember that I have quite a bit of cornmeal in my drum. I cornmeal for a very long time.
So you go make some cornmeal pie
Oh.
now.
No,
There
make
you go.
some cornmeal later.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
there you go.
So that's what I'm saying. You don't change the lifestyle.
True thing, man. True thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Lifestyle don't change, my virgin. That's how you go.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, yeah, man. Yeah. So anyway, virgin.
Yeah, give thanks, steady. Give thanks.
How peace and pleasant it is to be sitting in place with virgin and reasoning. So that's what I do.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
So we sit in our reason.
Really appreciate it, yeah, man.
I'm glad feet, man, because
One love,
you bring back some things where some
yeah,
old mentor of mine usually tell me, you know. So we can't see some boy it's still out there. Me still have people like you who remember all of those things. So when you speak it just wake me up back some more, you know.
Yeah.
And I hope it wake up all our listeners and viewers this morning as well. You know, if we see how the reasoning was so powerful in the sense that things that we you know, I even jot down some stuff I didn't even want to ask about the guys, the 200 workers who came off of the ship and they were quarantined, you know, all of them things there. And it never flow in that direction.
Yeah.
But I'm glad how it come out still because it bring me back. You understand me? To my ground because a female said to me the other day, she sent me a text that because all of this quarantine and she been indoors and thing, she said the first thing she did when she came out her house, she removed her shoes and put her feet them on the ground so she could get back the energy. You understand? And with you saying all of that, and then I remember the song where this guy sent to me. He named The Energy. Same way the song named The Energy, but the lyrics is totally different the way he put it, you know. And it's true, we need to get back that energy, you know. And don't make a job change our lifestyle. You understand?
No, can't make it define.
Because if we lose the job, then we lose everything.
Yeah.
But if we lose the job, if we don't make a change and we lose the job, we don't lose nothing. We just lose a job.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Well, I am glad, Frank. I'm glad. And like I said, I did not know it was going to take this direction this morning, but that's the way that the energy carried the thing. So for us,
yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Blessing, steady gift.
You know, do you remember what you just said? You had plans to discuss.
Yes, sir.
And I didn't know how your plan. I didn't know. But we take a direction because we started out just saying the temperature. What is my state of temperature and what is your state and why my state of temperature is different from your state. And we just went with it. Yeah, that's it. how the thing set, Bridget.
Yeah,
So
man.
anyway, as I said, give thanks that we'll move forward and just continue having the energy, Bridget.
We look forward for hearing you again next week. Okay.
Yeah, man, the energy will be there.
Yeah, all right. Bless up.
Okay,
Yeah,
wonderful.
Bless
Yeah,
up
blessed.
and guidance.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, Flavius. All right, good.
yeah, man.
Yeah, Flavius. So with that, we have to wrap up. We come to the end
No,
now.
yeah, I have something to say to the listeners.
Okay, go ahead. Huh?
Yeah, tomorrow is a special day. Tomorrow, the real stuff will be honoring our Sir Everton Weeks in the field of cricket.
Yeah.
And we are getting a very prominent person from Sir Everton's hometown, Mr. Morris Greenwich, to come and tell us a little about Sir Everton.
Good, good,
He
good.
has spent a lot of time with Everton over the years, and he has consented to spend a little time with us to give us a real, feel of Sir Everton in his early days and in his last days. So we're looking forward to that tomorrow.
We have
In
two
tomorrow's
guests tomorrow.
podcast.
We have two
The real
guests tomorrow.
Yeah, right. The real stuff is honoring Sir Everton Weeks, West Indies legend,
And also
one
we
of the
have,
greatest cricketers of all time.
also we have Mr.
Yeah, we have
Carlston
Carlston
Medford,
Medford.
who's a qualified NLP practitioner who works with
Yeah.
clients by assisting them to resolve emotional issues such as anxiety and depression. So that's good. So we have big things in store for all of you tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Big things in store for you tomorrow.
Wonderful.
So,
And as we go out, remember the big D. The big D. We are going with the big D now. The big D. And the big D is discipline. Discipline. Discipline when you go out on the road. Remember, you have to keep your distance. Wear your mask. And you can't say, oh,
you move
oh,
from, don't move from
I'm
the,
not going to.
don't move from where you seem like you're moving around
Go
in
ahead.
the house now. Because I'm not
No,
hearing
man, I'm
it here.
simply, simply.
Okay. Yeah, repeat that, repeat that, repeat that, repeat that.
No, I'm saying discipline. When you go out on the road, don't say, you're not going to encounter anybody, you're not going to stop and talk to anybody. Wear your mask. Somebody might just come up on you unawares, and you turn, and they're sneezing in your face. So wear your mask and be disciplined in what you do. By now, you know everything to be done to keep your distance, wear your mask, sanitize, all these things.
True,
But you're not out of the woods yet. So keep it going a little longer until this thing passes completely.
yeah. And I keep hearing a lot of people saying Corona pass and gone. Especially
Yes,
a
no.
couple of videos I've seen coming out from my homeland, Jamaica. It's not gone yet, my people. It's still
No.
around
Oh,
because
yes.
they were telling people that when it reached into the summer, things would disappear. It would die out and gone. No, it's still here. Florida, Arizona, and Texas are three of the hottest states in the U.S. And trust me, right now, those three states are rising higher and higher. And it's getting worse
Yeah.
and worse. All because we are not exercising, as Flavius said, our discipline. We're not wearing our mask. And people want to go out and socialize and mingle and drink and do everything. It can't happen just like that, people. We need to be more cautious and protect ourselves and others as well. So wear your mask, And with that, I'm getting out of here because I have some missions, to go take care of right now. So as always, take care of yourself, your loved one. Always remember prayer do changes things. Regardless of what religion you belong to, you must pray. So continue praying. So this is Franco along with Flavius. Are you hearing me?
Yes, I am. I am.
So I'm exiting. I said, this is Franco along with.
And Flavius.
Wishing
And we
you.
say until tomorrow, yes. Wishing you a very, very good, pleasant day today,
Yeah.
Monday.
All right. Tafina to take us out as always.
Well, unfortunately, this is it. Till next time. Bless.
All you gotta do is just speak. One word is enough, and I'm no longer so rough. I forget what I was trying to say. I no longer do what I was gonna do, but you're no good for me. That's why me know I said me if it could flee. Me I fi take away me say. Me I fi take away me say. Me I fi hide like a thief in the night. Me I fi get out of sight. Me I fi take away myself. I fi take away myself. I have to utilize I weeds. Surely I leave where I ease. I said, yeah. I find you very hard to resist. But this relationship I'm gonna desist. But how can I face you when all I wanna do is just taste you? I know you think I play me, I play, but soon you're gonna see the light of day. Just relax, don't move an inch. I'll be gone in a pinch. May I feel take away me